In this Carbon Monkey Master, and I'm going to be showing you some replays today for my Blue Eyes White Dragon and Diabell Star deck. So I think there's actually a few OTKs against Snake Eyes, so that's pretty cool. So I'm pretty sure this one is an OTK. So I use Infinite Permanence on my opponent's Snake Eyes Poplar, I forgot. Poplar. Then my opponent summoned Link Karibo because I guess that's all my opponent could do. And then put Poplar to the spell and trap zone, and then my opponent, you know, set down one spell or trap. I had Harpy's Feather Duster, so I used it. It just destroyed all my opponent's spells and traps. My opponent only has, what, Link Karibo now? But then, yeah, of course, place that in the spell and trap zone. I used Melody to discard my trap. My opponent used Maxi, and I was like, fair enough. As long as it's not Ash Blossom, it's all good. So I got Alternative and Blue Eyes White Dragon. I summoned Alternative. I destroyed Link Karibo. I summoned Dictative D. I think you know where this is going. I summoned Blue Eyes White Dragon with Dictative Dick. And then, you know, the only way this OTK can fail is if my opponent gets Effect Veiler. Or something else to stop this. But my opponent knows what's up. GG, Snake Eyes. GG. What a nice OTK. All hail Shadow. Alright, so I guess I'm going second in this one. Is this another OTK against Snake Eyes? So my opponent summoned Snake Eyes Ash. I use Infinite Permanence. And yeah, that stopped my opponent from doing a bunch of crazy things. My opponent summoned Link Karibo. I was lucky that my opponent didn't have Bonfire, nor the Sinful spell card, or even Diabell Star. So I got pretty lucky there. So I used the White Stone of Ancients to attack Link Karibo, and then yeah, Link Karibo went away. So I Link summoned into Link Karibo, and then I set down my trap cards, and then yeah, I was gonna summon Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, but yeah, my opponent negated it, so it was going to be pretty cool to summon Blue Eyes Jet Dragon because I would have been able to protect their Chameleon 1. But I don't know, it just depends if my opponent can destroy my spells and traps. So my opponent used Called by the Grave on Maxi, unfortunately. So I got negated. Yeah, if my opponent summons a Snake Eyes monster, I can only control one Pyro monster. So here my opponent summoned Jet Synchron. I used their Chameleon 1, then my opponent summoned Link Karibo. Activated Jet Synchron's effect. Link summoned into this. Attacked Link Karibo, I used my effect. And then what did I do here? Let me see. Dragon Shrine. The GOAT. So I sent the White Stone of Ancients and Blue Eyes White Dragon. Surely you don't have another Ash Blossom because you don't have any cards in your hand. So yeah. And then my opponent has one face down. It could have been Called by the Grave, which would have sucked, but it wasn't. So my opponent Link summoned into yeah, that princess monster. Summoned you know, Ash to get that. And then my opponent Link summoned again into, is it that strong Link monster? I forgot the name, that one. Amphius, I don't know. So my opponent attacked Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, just didn't read Blue Eyes Jet Dragon, and then my opponent left. Because, hey, you know, I'm using a meta deck. I don't need to read Blue Eyes cards. No, that's not how it works. You still gotta read. So there's going to be 5 replays in this video, and then I'll show you the deck, you know, after the replays. So I summoned Diabell Star by discarding the White Stone of Ancients, or sending it from my hand to the graveyard. And then I summoned Dictative D. I gotta call Dictative D by his real name. He just gets offended by his real name, which is Dictative Dick. But I gotta call him by his real name again. So I probably used Ash Blossom, which kind of sucked, but not really, because I already have Blue Eyes Jet Dragon on the field, so whatever. Like, I don't summon another dragon? Sure, okay. So I probably used Raigeki. I laughed, because it's like, well, Blue Eyes Jet Dragon is gonna protect the other monsters and my other cards. Well, my monsters. So like my opponent was activating a spell that can destroy my monsters and my spells and traps. Raigeki Duster. Harpy's Raigeki. Imagine that. Destroy your opponent's field. So I summon Diabell Star again. And then I use my effect to put Wanted there. Then my opponent left, so that was pretty cool. This one has 9 turns, huh? I don't think I've really had long duels with this deck much. I'm gonna fast forward though, because it might make the video a bit long. So I'm going second. I'm pretty sure Maxi carried me here. Yep. So my opponent got Diabell Star. And then, yeah, I guess my opponent did want to just maybe summon Baron at least, even though I played Maxi. So I didn't get like the craziest hand. It was okay, even though I drew some cards with Maxi. That's when my opponent decided to use Baron's effect. I was like, really? Okay, that's fine by me. Like, I've got all these trap cards, Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. I'm cool with this. So my opponent, you know, just didn't read my cards, you know, because people don't want to read Blue Eyes cards. I was like, you want to destroy my spell and trap? Okay, nothing's going to happen. But anyway, I used the ultimate creature destruction to protect Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. And I attacked. And I set down Assault Synchron just as defense. Because I can't summon anyway, like in face-up attack position. But yeah, my opponent couldn't really do too much. So I summoned Blue Eyes White Dragon just to get the ultimate creature of destruction back. I did use Ash Blossom here, I meant not Maxi. I did use Ash Blossom because, you know what? I didn't mean to actually activate Ash Blossom. That was an accident. I actually didn't mean to do that. Yeah, I just remembered that was a misclick. Oh well, it happens. So I destroyed my opponent's face down. Then I summoned Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. I bounced that annoying trap card back, but you know my opponent can just play it again anyway, so that's pretty annoying, that trap card. Maybe I thought Blue Eyes was gonna get destroyed by that trap card, but no, it just negates the attack. I don't remember why I activated Maxi. Activated Ash Blossom to negate Maxi. I don't know. I think it was a mistake. I was going to be the last replay. But yeah, I guess it was just one OTK against Snake Eyes. But still, to destroy Snake Eyes twice with Blue Eyes, I'll take it. Just want to let people know that I never said that I'm better than Snake Eyes or Meta decks, or even Blue Eyes and Dark Magician is better than Meta decks. Blue Eyes and Dark Magician is like one of the worst decks you can use in Yu-Gi-Oh! I know this. So, I don't think I'm better than meta players. I don't think my deck is better than meta decks. However, destroying meta decks with Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dark Magician, even if there's some trap cards that help me, it's just so satisfying. You know, usually I do beat them a lot, but of course I'm not saying they're better. I never really said that. I'll never say that. Why do you think I always ask for Blue Eyes and Dark Magician support? Because the goddamn deck needs help. Oh my god. So I just wanna throw that out there just in case, you know. So you're like, oh, I thought you were better than Snake Eyes. It's like, no. Hell no. Just because I beat him a few times doesn't mean I'm better than Snake Eyes in general. Like, me beating a meta deck with Blue Eyes and Dark Magician, that's such a huge W. Like, that's awesome. That's something a lot of people can't do, so I'll take it. I'll take it. Using my favorite deck, let's go. Well, favorite decks, because Blue Eyes White Dragon and Dark Magician. So my opponent's using Snake Eyes. I think... See, my opponent did like a misplay because I feel like my opponent was being careful because of my Maxi. Right? I'm pretty sure my opponent was being careful, but what my opponent should have done was summon IP Masquerena and have IP Masquerena in the spell and trap zone. Like, that would have been the best thing my opponent could have done, but my opponent just decided to not do that. I guess my opponent wanted Blue Eyes Jet Dragon just so my opponent's cards can't be destroyed by card effects. I guess that's why. Like, I guess my opponent just didn't want to summon IP Masquerena. I don't know why, but you know, I'm not going to fast forward this because I want you to see this. Yeah, Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, sure. Obviously not better than these decks. You know, Snake Eyes will win most of the time. Like 95% of the time they'll win. But watch this. This was so satisfying to do. Now, my opponent's gonna summon that Snake Eyes monster and then try destroying Blue Eyes Ultimate White Dragon. I used Ultimate Fusion. I did not want to destroy Blue Eyes Jet Dragon because I wanted to keep as many monsters in my opponent's field in attack position. Because I summoned Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. My opponent only has like 3,500 life points. So the more monsters in attack position, the better. Because now my opponent's just going to summon these monsters in defense. I don't know why my opponent didn't summon that in defense. But I think my opponent gets rid of it anyway. Maybe? No? Do you have to summon it in attack position? Attack position? Let me... Yeah, you screwed up. I still would have won, but that's why I just wanted to keep Blue Eyes Jet Dragon on the field just so I can deal 1,500 damage and then just deal, you know, more damage. But anyway, that was a very satisfying win against Snake Eyes. Destroying Snake Eyes with Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Alright, so this is the deck I was using in those replays. It's actually been pretty good. Like, I was using Blue Eyes without Diabell Star, but not saying it's bad. Like, it's fine, but it's so much better with Diabell Star because you just get to summon a monster easily that has a negate, like just negates a card in the field. Get special summoned a lot. It's easy to special summon. So yeah, this deck has actually been pretty good. I've been winning a lot of duels with this, but again, I'm not saying I'm better than most decks. I'm just saying that this has been a great way to use Blue Eyes. Alright, going to end it here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.